Big day, huh?
Yeah, it's amazing how deadlines really ignite and spur action. They were not close as of last night, even though the Broncos were, they wrote today, were over $40 million guaranteed, which surprised me, frankly. That's an uncomfortable number for them. But once Dez Bryant got done, there was a framework in place, and it happened pretty quickly from that point.
Troy, did you think it was the Dez Bryant thing that was the catalyst for getting Demaryius Thomas signed, or was this the deal that was on the table from the Broncos to Demaryius Thomas the whole time?
That's a little unclear. It seems as if they bumped up the full guarantee over the first 2 years a little bit. Don't underestimate that, because it's on the Denver Post website now. It's not only that it's $43.5 million guaranteed. That is kind of expected, but there's $35 million fully guaranteed over the first 2 years of the deal.
Wow. That is a
huge difference, because if Thomas had played under the franchise tag the next 2 years less, he would have made $28.2 million. So that's, give or take, $7 million to sweeten the pot in the first 2 years of a contract in a sport where injury is 100% possibility. So that, I was told that went up slightly, that sweetening the pot of the first 2 years. Not sure how much the guarantee went up. I know they were north of $40 million as of last night. So did it go from, say, 41 to 43.5 and 33 to 35? But there was the Broncos all along had some elasticity here, but they weren't going to go to Calvin Johnson money. They weren't getting there. So that makes this fascinating negotiation, the way it all came down.
Troy, those numbers you mentioned are incredible. How hard do you think it was for John Elway to swallow as he agreed to this deal?
Well, he had a line in the sand, and they got right to it. I can't imagine they would have gone much further than this. They were willing to walk away. They had the discipline to say, if it stayed at Calvin Johnson, they were going to walk away. They weren't going to do that deal. But they love the player, and the Broncos have a history of paying stars. They're not, really looking forward to walking away from stars. They could be without Peyton Manning after the season. Who knows? So the key, though, was they didn't want to go to the greatest wide receiver contract ever that would somehow hamstring them going forward with Von Miller, Malik Jackson, and that's the part of this deal that really benefits them, is now they have the franchise tag available for Von Miller next year, where they don't have to choose between he and DT.